All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music, real issues in real time for real people just like you. Really? Okay. So, Stevie Nicks has canceled all 5 of her concert dates. A couple of patrons this morning sent me the link, and they had, I think she had 5 concert dates. It's not a lot of concerts. She took to Twitter. She said, "These are challenging times and challenging decisions need to be made." Look, folks, I told you this was going to happen. I did a video the other day saying this is phase 1 of the concert business being shut down. New friend of mine from the East Coast here down in Florida. He's in a band. They're having trouble getting gigs in Florida, which is supposedly open for business, but it's a county by county thing. And many of these counties are just thwarting the will of whoever is in charge of the government. If the governor says it's open, the county says it's not open. So what do you do? And plus, you've got businesses that are acting like the government, and they're basically intertwined with the government. Anyway, tangent there, sorry. She says, "While I've taken the potion at my age, I still need to be extremely cautious. And for that reason, have decided to skip the 5 performances." Almost sounds like she's sending someone in to be her body double. I've decided to skip, but those performances will go on without me. No, she's canceling the shows. I'm pretty sure she was told not to use that wording. I don't know if she wrote this or her assistant wrote this. Somebody else wrote this probably. She goes on, "Because singing and performing have been my whole life. My primary goal is to keep healthy so I can continue singing." Well, you won't get a chance to continue singing if you don't actually go out and sing, which is interesting. She says, "I'm devastated, and I know the fans are disappointed, but we will look towards a brighter 2022. So 2021 has been canceled. It's August, folks. It's done. It's over. You're going to see more and more cancellations, and there are liability issues, okay? Very important part of this is that the venue doesn't want to be liable, and they'll call the promoter and they'll say, "No, we can't do this." They might sue us because if they contract this thing, they're going to say it's because we were irresponsible. People should just sign a waiver and say, "No, I just want to go see the show," if they want to go. But the performers don't want to go. It's kind of like the teachers that don't want to teach at school. It's the same thing. It's too challenging, too much risk. I don't want to do it. I bet you would find replacement teachers in a heartbeat, and you would even probably find replacement performers, like maybe a Stevie Nicks tribute band might want to show up for the event, and sign the waiver and, go out there and perform and say, "Yeah, we're willing to take the risk," But it is interesting that it doesn't appear that the magic potion is working all that well. In any event, if you're a fan of Stevie Nicks and you had purchased some tickets, you probably want to find out if you can get a refund or if those tickets are going to be honored for the brighter, shinier 2022, which, by the way, once we get to 2022, they'll start to talk about, things will get better in 2023. And it'll keep happening. The only way it's going to stop happening is if people just say enough. They just say enough, just stop this. But again, these people don't know it. Well, maybe they do know it, that they're kind of propaganda arms, just feeding the fear, feeding the panic. Look, I guess, like I said the other day, I don't need to go to concerts. I'd like to go. And by the way, I'd like local bands to have concerts so they can earn money, and bars and restaurants, wherever music is still being played in a live setting. That's their livelihood, and if you can't get a gig, you can't earn a living, and printing money forever isn't going to work. Eventually, things are going to cost a lot of money, and nobody's going to have any incentive to go to work to pay for these expensive things because our government decided that they could shut everything down and then pay people to do nothing, because that's kind of what's happening right now. I didn't want to get into an economic argument at all about this. I'm just thinking, when does this end and how does it end? You know, and I don't see an end in sight. And that's a scary thing. In any event, look for more concerts to be canceled. Stevie Nicks is 73 years old. I don't know why she doesn't just retire. You know, she says she wants to sing for another 10 years. Really? I don't know. I mean, things are shaky right now. And I think people who hit a certain age have to realize that they can't do what they used to do. They just can't do it at a level that they used to do it at. Even if they're only at 50%, a lot of people are forgiving. But once they drop below a certain number, and you'll have to put the, you know, your own number on their ability to perform, people are just like, okay, I can go see Rumors of Fleetwood Mac and that'll be fine. That'll be better. But even the tribute bands, I'm sure, are being told not to show up for gigs because the venue in question doesn't want to be on the hook in case anybody gets sick. So there you have it, folks. Stevie Nicks done for 2021. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And folks, Patreon for $1 a month. A lot of new patrons coming over. Either you love this new content or this direction I'm going, or you hate it. There's nothing in between. So I'm looking for folks that like the content and want to support the channel. I know we've had a few departures, and I completely understand that, because this originally was just about, you know, what Steve Perry had for lunch, and now we are full steam ahead trying to just get some information to people and have a perspective. All right, we should have many voices out there. We shouldn't just all be walking in perfect lockstep, because number one, that's boring, and number two, that leads to some real dangerous types of thinking. All right, see you soon.